up, guys? Today is Monday for me, and I wanted to report to y'all and see what's going on. I wanted to let you know also what I'm gonna be doing today. What you're looking in front of me is boilers. There's two boilers, one on top and one on the bottom. And I had a call a few days, well, actually not a few days ago, about 2 weeks ago, about one of the boilers not running, and it was this one here that wasn't running. And I came, and that one over there was running just fine, and it was keeping up. It was giving me the hot water I needed. So I came by and I checked the boiler, and I found out it was an alarm of low water flow. So if I show you here, I even took the cover of the flow switch. That's the flow switch right here. This is the flow switch, and it wasn't made, it was open. So I checked the water, and it was weird because that one was running fine, and all the pipes are hooked together. So if there was not water, both should have been on alarm, but only this one was giving me the alarm. So I thought it probably low in water. This one is lower, so the gravity is probably harder to push the water up. But that was not the case because I checked the water and I was having good pressures on water. I checked for air in the system, probably some air in this boiler, no air at all. I went behind the boiler and I checked the pumps. The pump seems to be running. So I keep on checking the flow, and I said on my mind, probably the flow plate. It has a plate inside. There's a little plate that goes inside the pipe, and that plate moves according to the flow, whatever the flow is. In this case, the flow, I believe that's gonna be the outlet. So that's the outlet, so the water is flowing that way. That means the plate has to do this in order to close the circuit, and not give me an alarm and shut my boiler down. So I couldn't find a problem. I ordered a flow switch just in case. I never got the flow switch. So I waited for about 2 weeks, and the flow switch never came. But it wasn't an emergency because I was having that other boiler running, so it was keeping up good. It's not that cold in the area where I live, so I still don't know why they need two boilers, because it's actually a small area they need to heat up. The rest of the building they have electric heating, so it's just like small areas that they need hot water to heat up the space, whatever space they want to heat up. So it wasn't an emergency, so I was waiting for the pour, never came. And then later they called me and there wasn't heating at all. So I came back and I noticed that the top boiler was off as well, and it was giving me the same alarm, no flow. So at that point I was wondering what in the heck is going on. So I checked the water again. I checked my main pumps, the ones that supply water to the building. I checked the bleeder to see if there was any air, if it wasn't taking the air out of the pipes. I checked a bunch of stuff, and I couldn't believe it was the same issue, that the flow switch. So I went back to the pumps, and I noticed one of the pumps leaking. Right now I have them out. I don't have pump in either one. So I decided to take that pump off, the first boiler that wasn't running. And I took the pump out, I pull it out, and I noticed, and this is the pump. It's the same pump, but they revealed it. So let me explain to you. When I took the pump out, this blades, I don't know how you want to call it, this is what moves the water. This right here, this one was out, completely broken. So there's a shaft right here. There's a shaft right there. That shaft had completely broke. So the pump was running, and whenever this part you won't see it. Once it's in, you cannot see this part. So the only thing you can see is there's a little shaft in there. That's the only part that you will be able to see once all this is in there installed. So when I came the first time to check this boiler, the pump was running, but since that has broken, it wasn't moving the water because this was broken out. This one wasn't moving at all. It was just the motor running by itself. And the way that I kind of found that out as well is when I shut the power off the boiler, I noticed the pump still spinning, still running. They were still spinning. You can still hear it spinning around. And that sounds like if there was no water, or usually when everything's good, as soon as you shut the pumps out, they stop completely. They don't keep spinning. And this one kept spinning. So when I took that one out, I realized, you know what? The one in the top must be broken as well. So guess what? When I took that one out, it was broken. So now I had two pumps. Right now I only have one that rebuilt it. The other one they couldn't rebuild it. I forget the reason that they told me they cannot rebuild the other one. So they ordered a new one. So I'm gonna have a brand new one. This one is rebuilt, and I'm gonna have a brand new one. So today I'm gonna install one on the bottom boiler so I can have some heating now. But yes, that's what happened to me. So the boiler wasn't running, and the reason that it wasn't running was it was low and was giving me the alarm of low and flow. It was not low and flow. It was that my pump was not moving the water, so there was not flow on the boilers. And the reason of that is because the plate has broken out of the pump itself, so it wasn't moving at all. So yes, that was my problem. Now I'm gonna fix it. It's really simple to fix. I got this apart, but this is how it works. This is the pump, and this is the motor. So this goes together, right there. These are the valves. I take them off, and then they go together with the motors. But I'm gonna do it apart because it's heavier if I put it all together in there. So I'm gonna put this one first back there. I'm gonna screw it all back together, and then the motor, and I'm gonna wire the motor back together. It's real simple job. It's nothing complicated, nothing out of this world. I think the hardest part was troubleshooting what was the problem going on with these boilers, and than taking that pump apart and now putting it back together. But once again, guys, if you ever have that problem in one of your boilers, you might see your pump running or hear it running, but you never know if it's actually moving the water inside the pump. You never know how is it inside. It might be broken inside. So if you have that problem of no flow, and you already checked the water, you already checked absolutely everything you could imagine, but you haven't seen the pump itself internally, that might be your problem as well. That might be your problem. But all right, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions about boilers, please comment. If I can help you out, I'll help you out. If no, I'm pretty sure someone out there will read your comment and might help you as well. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you are enjoying your week. Like I said, today is Monday for me, so the week is barely starting, and we'll see what's gonna happen down the road. You have a nice day. All right, the pump has been installed. I installed the pump. I opened my valves. Those two right there, that one and that one. Those pumps are to isolate the boiler. On top of this tank, there's a bleeder that takes all the air that went inside the boiler while it was open. There's my flow switch. I'm gonna put the cover back together, but I want you to see how it's made now. That I have a pressure, I have a circulation, water circulation now. As you can see, the boiler's running, stage 4, beautiful. And here's my pump. Here's my pump, real quiet, doesn't even make any noise. But there it is, running like a champ. Put the motor back together. I wire it up back together. I need to put this back, I forgot. I'm gonna put it back. Now it's warm. It says my water's getting hot now. So now I have my boiler running. The next one will be this one. I gotta go pick up the pump today. The new pump, I need to go get it, but I came here first thing in the morning so I can get him some heat inside the building. But it's running beautiful. And those are my main pumps. Those pumps supply water to the building. And this is my boiler. Pressures, temperature gauges. This is the safety valve. It relieves water when the water gets too hot. Pressure to relieve some pressure. The igniter, flow switch, and all my controls are right here. Got my gas valves right there for all my stages. I got 4 of them. This is my gas supply. So everything's looking nice. Alright guys, just want to put this video at the end so I can give you some updates on how everything went. If you ever have some problems with flow, water flow, like I said, my problem here was on the interior of this pump, the blades that move the water that broke. There's a shaft that connects those blades, and that shaft broke. So the pump was running, the motor was fine, but it wasn't moving water because of that issue. Alright, I hope you have a nice day. Thumbs up if you like the video. Any comments, like I said, use down below. Appreciate your time. Appreciate that you're watching this video. You have a nice day.